Hello, Salma and Enram. Today's date is Saturday, April 14th. This video is to describe some minor changes that we need to work on for the front end. This is in addition to some of the other things that we're working on. First, I'd like to review a few bugs that we need to fix. Let's say I click on my name right here and I click save. Sometimes if I change the information, this doesn't go away. So you see updated permission here. First of all, that should be permission is misspelled. Please look up the correct spelling on that. But I don't have any way of knowing if it's properly saved or not. So we want to make sure that that is updated so that I can be sure that the data has been refreshed. Another thing that we need to add is over here to the right of route driver, I want a little box that says route number. So it's like route driver and then let's say route number 4. So you understand every location has a route number. For example, this is Transfirst and Route 31. Well, you might have a route driver that is on Route 31 as well. So I need to know which route driver is assigned to which route. So we'll put that right here where, for example, if I was on this route, it would say Route 31. Another thing is that when we click on admin, it should always default to this page and make sure that the data is being refreshed because sometimes it doesn't refresh. And also right here, you've only got the first name. I want it to be last name, comma, first name. And those are all the updates we need right now for the admin portion. Over here on the configuration portion, I need you to add some new fields for address. So if you look over here in the location schema, you'll see that we have address, and we need to have street address, city, state, zip, phone number, and contact. And actually this should be in it. Every once in a while there's a second street address. Actually, you know what? Forget that. We'll just do this one. So yeah, so street address, city, state, zip, phone, and contact. There's an additional field that I want you to add called device ID. And that is right here. So this is already going to be stored in some devices, but not all. So I want to be able to modify the device ID as well. Looking at the refill days, I wasn't able to see if the functionality was working when I would click on this and click on buttons. Nothing would happen. So I wasn't quite sure if this was working or not. So that's something for us to review tonight. Also, the client has asked us to get rid of week 5. The client only wants week 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's an additional bug over here on the items. Let's say I want to add a new item. Test item 5000. And then I click save. Then I click create new. Test item 6000. Click save. And it doesn't seem to be happening here. Maybe it's not happening here. Well, there was an issue in the Sandbox site. Maybe it's fixed here, where when you would click on create new, it would not let you do it. But it seems to be working now, so we can go ahead and ignore that until unless we can recreate it in a different scenario. We do have to review the reports. You know, I kind of had us take a break from the reports because we weren't making very much progress on it. But we still need to get the the float report done and the one report done, and all of these other reports need to get done. One thing I'd like you to take a look at, some very, very minor things, but something that needs to do, is on Optimize Financial. We need to be able to download this report to PDF and CSV. This is very important. Also, over here, and this is just a formatting issue, I want these to be on one line. No space between the colon and the card. Make sure that that's capital A. And let's see, there's also a problem with how you are adding up the totals here. So the way that you're adding this up is not correct. You have prepaid account sales 2742, cash add value to prepaid card 40, or credit add value to prepaid card, and cash add value to prepaid card, so 47. Honestly, you can probably just get rid of this total right here. It doesn't really make sense. So just delete this total right here. But going down over here, we've got gross sales, $27, net sales without tax, $27.42. That's correct. Let's do a report for March, since we're operating off of test data here. So let's look at this. Gross sales $100,000, net sales with tax, total tax collected, net sales without tax, and then you have total sales of $22,000. That's actually not how it's supposed to calculate. You got 100,000, 135.74 in gross sales. The net sales with tax and the total tax collected, net sales without tax. The gross sales minus the sales tax is 5123.70. So this should actually be $95,012.04. The net sales without tax is the amount of sales that we had where tax was not collected. So this is the amount of sales that you had where tax was collected. This is the amount of sales that you had where tax was not collected. So if we take 72,976.71 plus 22,035.33, something's not, oh, and then we add, and we get our total here. So basically it's gross sales minus tax collected equals the total net sales. So this should say total net sales. And then other than that, we do need the PDF and the CSV functionality to be working. At the moment, the float report, I don't quite remember where we left off on this. We're going to have to review. But when I tried to generate a report, nothing came up. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to decide on what the format of the report is going to look like, which we've already done. But we're going to review it and then make sure that it just looks the way that we want it to look. And then we're going to have to work on getting the data again. This is a very, very, very challenging report to generate. The data here is got to be exactly accurate, but we also need to get this done. So that's it for today. Obviously, some of these things aren't going to be done today, but I just want you guys to watch this video, make a task list, and when you get into the office today, I want you to put together a list of pending assignments that we've talked about that have not been completed, so we can review what's on the outstanding list and move from there. We're going to add an additional report here called, what's the report going to be called? It's going to be called End of Day Report, and I will get you the details on what that's going to look like soon. Hope you had a nice weekend, and I will talk to you tonight.